Hey!
Hey, I'm CJ,
And I'm Robin.
and welcome to the Cozy Kitchen.
Come and make yourself comfortable here with us by the fire.
Let's chat about baking, friendship, and cozy hobbies. And if there's time and enough tea, maybe we'll even unravel some traumatic backstories.
I mean, there should always be enough tea. Hey CJ, how's it going? Happy Chinese New Year! Woo!
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's already like February and like the year is already started, but for a lot of the Asian countries, the year doesn't start until now.
Wow, that's so cool. Is this is a kind of a dumb question. Is it the same calendar year as like a Gregorian kind of calendar? Like is for Chinese New Year, is it 2026 or is it a different number?
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know what number it is.
Mhm.
It is the lunar calendar, so it's like the phases of the moon instead of the phases of the sun, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if like I they usually say 2026, like Chinese New Year 2026.
Mhm.
But I
Okay.
think in the past they the way they count it is by like zodiac years. So this year is the
Mhm.
year of the horse.
Very cool. Oh, that's awesome. And remind me again, what is your zodiac year?
Chicken or
Very
rooster.
cool. Very cool.
Do you know
That's,
yours?
I do. I think I'm a ram.
Oh,
Mhm. So,
rams are supposed to be gentle, so I could see that.
Yay! That's awesome. So I'm like really excited to learn more about just Chinese New Year and all of the food that you eat and enjoy during that time. And so I guess I don't know, I would love to just kind of start there whenever you have Chinese New Year before the holiday officially even happens. Like what kinds of things do you do to prepare for the holiday in terms of, food preparation? Are there any specific things that you really look forward to eating? So I don't know. Why don't we start from before the beginning?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I personally haven't really done a Chinese New Year's for like myself, like hosting as a host.
Mhm.
But my mom, she loves cooking, and so it's a pretty big deal for her. And so she'll be making the dough to wrap dumplings.
Ooh.
Dumplings are one of the primary events of, in my head at least, Chinese New Year. And I think it's probably because my mother and grandmother were from the north. So my grandmother, she was born in this place called Baoji, which is like it's like west of Beijing, which is
Mhm.
in the north as well. And so in the north, like in Chinese cuisine, there's a great divide between north and south. The
Mhm.
northern regions, they focus on wheat. So wheat flour, they make dough, they make noodles. That is their bread and butter. In the south, however, they focus on rice. So you're eating like a lot of stir fries,
Mhm.
and you have this bowl of rice, and you take your chopsticks and you get, I don't know, a piece of fish and you eat it with your rice.
Oh,
So
nice.
that is kind of, if you want to generalize, the two big camps of cooking within Chinese cuisine.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that it was divided up in that way. Like, because I knew that like noodles are, like you see them a lot in American Chinese dishes and you see rice in a lot of Americanized Chinese dishes. But I didn't realize that it was divvied up by North and South. And I mean, is it just because it's easier to grow certain ingredients, depending on the location or because that would be my first guess.
Yes, I think that's the case because I think for rice you need the paddy field and the temperature can't be too cold, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas wheat is very hardy. You can grow that in the north.
Yeah, because it does get very hot in certain parts of China, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, there's like almost tropical. Like if you look at Hong Kong, it gets really hot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How far south is Hong Kong? Like I feel so stupid. I have such a poor understanding of a lot of geography for, for a lot of China. I've never been there. I just, I have a very I could point it out on a map or on the globe, but I don't really know, in relation to like Beijing where Hong Kong might be.
Oh, it's like on the opposite ends, basically.
Oh,
Hong
wow.
Kong is closer, I would say it's almost closer to Vietnam than it is to Beijing.
Oh, wow. Oh, very cool.
Closer even to like the Philippines, for example. The Philippines are
Oh.
super tropical. They've got
Hmm.
amazing beaches. So Hong Kong is really like I would say like subtropical. And so it in the summer times it just gets sweltering and you're sticky.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that would be not my favorite personally.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm
Some
not a
people like
tropical
it.
kind of gal. Can't do it. So like so what whenever like as you were growing up and everything, you mentioned that your mom loves to cook and everything. What kinds of things would you have growing up that would kind of help, that would celebrate Chinese New Year?
Yeah. So I have a cousin that I'm really close to. She's basically a sister, and she went to college here in the Bay Area, and on the weekends she would come over, but specifically for Chinese New Year on the table, and this is I'm gonna talk about the type of spread that would you would see in a family who ate meat because I'm
Mhm.
vegetarian. But there
Mhm.
was a time when we ate meat. And one of the biggest dishes there is a whole fish that is steamed. So
Ooh.
it's very lightly seasoned. It's just very simple with
Mhm.
a little bit of ginger, a little bit of like scallions, and just plain salt. And you steam it. And the reason why fish is on the table is because the sound of the word fish, it
Mhm.
sounds like surplus. And there's a saying in Chinese called 年年有余. It means
Mhm.
every year you will have surplus.
Oh,
Um,
cool. That's awesome.
yeah, so a lot of the things on the table symbolize values that every Chinese person like really believes in or
Mhm.
wishes for their family.
That's so
Even
cool.
yeah, even the dumplings that they are called
Mhm.
饺子, and we eat them because it symbolizes this silver ingot. It almost looks like a little ingot, and
Mhm.
so it symbolizes like wealth.
Oh my gosh, that's so neat. And let me ask you, are there specific dishes for the specific zodiac animals, or are the dishes kind of consistent throughout? Like this is traditional, we eat this every year, or like can it depend based on what the zodiac year is?
I love that idea, and I don't think anyone's done that. Oh my God, Sarah, I
Well,
feel
I've
like
just revolutionized Chinese New Year. You're welcome, everybody.
I mean, that's just such a great idea to like maybe like this year is the horse. So what could, maybe there could be a dish that symbolizes like this year, particular year.
Mhm.
That's such a great idea.
I mean, I grew up watching this anime called Fruits Basket, and one thing that I kind of took away from it was, they had, I think in one episode, the main character makes little rice balls that are in the shapes of the different zodiac years, or either that or like she like paints little rocks that are in the shapes of the different zodiacs. But it's one thing that always kind of I don't know, like just and I know that that is a Japanese show, but even still, it's very I don't know, it always kind of stuck with me growing up. And so if there's a reason why I know like what the zodiac animals are, it's because of the show. And that's the extent. That is the extent of my knowledge. But yeah, I feel like that could be kind of like a fun, like, oh, hey, here's a little dessert and it's, cut to be in the shape of a rabbit for the year of the rabbit. Or,
Mhm.
this, I don't know, maybe there's something that you could do that's like, oh, this is I don't know, something that's in the shape of a horse or a rooster or something like that. I feel like there could be something to that. I don't know.
That they do. That they like when we talk about desserts, like it's often like maybe a steamed bun with red bean paste, right?
Oh,
And
my
I have
favorite.
seen
So good.
they shape those the dough for the buns to look like a rabbit or
Hmm.
look like a little dragon or so
Yeah.
they do that. Yeah.
Hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, that would be really cute and also very delicious. And I don't know if you do this, but if I see something that is edible and it looks super cute, I almost don't want to eat it.
Yes,
Because it is so
especially if
cute.
it's something very pretty and like intricately created. You don't want to mess up this like piece of artwork.
Yeah, basically. But also, red bean paste is delicious, so I'm gonna enjoy that. It's
Yeah.
difficult, but I could do it. But yeah, so yeah, like what so you would have the steamed fish as one of the dishes. What else would you have on your table for Chinese New Year?
So definitely in the north, they'll have longevity noodles, and this is often also eaten throughout the year for birthdays, and they symbolize a long life. So
Mm-hmm.
you can tell what Chinese values are very important to the Chinese people is like living forever and having tons of money. Because the other thing that's on the table is spring rolls. And I'm sure you've had spring rolls. They're just like very crispy, like wafer thin wrapper that wraps around like all sorts of filling, like shredded pork or cabbage or mushrooms, anything you want really, and it's deep fried. And because of the golden color, it and the shape of it, it looks like a gold bar.
Oh, cool.
So it's like on your table, you've got ingots, you've got gold bars, you've got fish, and so you're saying lots of money, and hopefully you'll have so much that you have surplus.
Wow, that sounds, first of all, it sounds delicious. Second of all, yes, please, that just the intent that goes along with it, I can get behind. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool. And like, if you could describe like any specific, flavors that would come along with a lot of these dishes, like what would you describe as the flavor? Are things primarily spicy? Are they more mild? Like how would if you could like are there specific flavors that are associated with a lot of these dishes, or does it just kind of depend on what each family likes and whether like where you are, where like your location and everything. Like I'm just curious if there's because like in like a lot of western holidays during like the December holiday season, you
Mm.
generally see a lot of spiced desserts, with cinnamon and nutmeg and things like that. You see a lot of
Mhm.
pumpkin, so I'm curious, like, is there something like that is equivalent to flavors like that during this time of year?
I think it tends to be fairly light.
Hmm.
Ginger might be like the one flavor that will come across probably all of them,
Hmm.
especially on the fish. The fish will definitely have the ginger. In the dumplings, maybe. I think there will definitely be regional differences,
Hmm.
because I can only imagine like someone in Sichuan, they're gonna maybe have more spicy and numbing
Hmm.
sauces with their noodles, for example.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, yeah. But I would say ginger is probably the main star. It's just used in everything. Maybe white pepper. So it's
Okay.
very, very subtle. type of flavor. And then the other one would be this cooking wine. I forgot what it's called specifically, but it has a unique flavor, and I would say that one is often used for like
Nice.
a feast. Hmm.
Very
Yeah.
cool. And do you have a
Have you
favorite
ever
dish?
tried? Do I have a favorite dish? I think I like the dumplings the most. And these dumplings aren't like the hot stickers. I like the boiled dumplings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, are they, or is it the same as the ones that are steamed? Like, they're kind of like fluffy and, or am I thinking of a different one?
The steamed ones are different. The steamed ones, they're different kinds, but I find that the steamed ones, they're more delicate, which I mean, I like it too, but the dumplings that are boiled, the wrapper is a little bit thicker and chewier and
Ooh.
very moist.
Hmm.
Because I find the ones that are steamed, the wrapper ends up, if it's done not so well, it seems like you're eating leather.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see how that would not be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So if I had to pick a favorite, it would be
Mhm.
boiled dumplings.
And what kind of filling is in those dumplings? Because like, is it just like a mishmash of different veggies, or is there a specific kind of filling that you enjoy?
My favorite is the chive and egg filling.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
say no more. Yes, please. Sign me up.
yeah, yeah, that one's my favorite. But other flavors like I think there are pork and cabbage
Mhm.
with mushrooms. You could really put anything in there, but since I'm vegetarian, I have the garlic chives and egg.
Mhm. That sounds delightful, and it sounds really, really good. Oh man.
So, like for desserts, well, before I do that, have you had any of these?
So I feel like the closest that I would have come to enjoying any of these foods would have been when my brother and I got dim sum when we were still living in the Bay Area, and we went into Chinatown in San Francisco. And we enjoyed a lot of dumplings there, a lot of steamed dumplings, a lot of the like the pan seared dumplings as well. I've never had the what are the noodles called? The forever noodles?
Yeah,
Is that what they're called?
longevity rolls. Yeah.
Longevity noodles. Yeah, I've never had those, but they sound wonderful. Yeah, I would say that the probably the closest that I could have come would have been the dim sum that we had. So
Mm.
if the dishes at Chinese New Year have some kind of dumpling somewhere, then I am all for it.
Yeah, well, it sounds like, I mean, dim sum is a southern cuisine, but like, I'm sure they also serve that on a, festive spread as well during Chinese New Year. So in that region, I can see that.
Nice. Okay, so that would be not dissimilar to what you would typically have it, if you went to a relative's house for
Hmm.
Chinese New Year. Like you might see some of those same dishes on the table.
Yep, yep, yep,
Nice.
yep.
And you were going to mention something about the baked goods and the desserts and everything. I would love to know, like what do you enjoy for, after the big dinner, do you have, like a dessert table? I don't know. What do you do?
It's kind of like you clear the table and then the sweets come out. And there's not that much baking in Asian cooking besides like moon cakes and stuff. But
Mhm.
for Chinese New Year, there are a few things that are like quintessential. One of them is nian gao, and that's this chewy rice cake, but it's sweet.
Mm.
Often it'll have like dates and lotus seeds and sometimes even like raisins, just like sweet. It's almost like it kind of reminds me of like a fruit cake, but made of like glutinous rice flour.
It's yeah, like when you say mochi in this or sorry, when you say rice cake in this context, it makes me think of mochi. And
Mhm.
is it of similar kind of texture? Because like like that would be like a very chewy kind of a thing. Is it similar to that?
Yeah, yeah, it's similar. I would say it's a slightly more chewy
Mm,
and firmer. So
okay.
the Japanese mochi, it's a very soft. It's almost like rubbing a cat's belly.
I love that. Oh, so cute.
Whereas this niangao, they come in blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you cut them. And oftentimes the way they eat it is they cut it and they batter it in like a just like a scrambled eggs. They batter
Mm-hmm.
it lightly and then they pan fry it. And then you eat it. So they're like slices of niangao. And the reason why it's called niangao is it sounds like the first word is nian, which is year, and
Mm-hmm.
gao is cake, but it also means high, like to go higher. So
Oh
it
wow.
combine that with the year, it's like higher year. So I guess a better year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. And you said that this is pan fried. So is this something that gets served hot, or can you eat it hot or cold?
Ideally, you eat it hot, but you could
Okay.
probably eat it cold too. And sometimes they'll serve it with like a little bit of granulated sugar, and you can just dip it if you want it to be sweeter.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That sounds amazing. Are there I like is there any like any chocolate that you have around Chinese New Year, or is that not really like that's not really like a flavor or kind of like a dessert that you would see?
Yeah, that isn't something that you would see, but I wouldn't be surprised that modern Chinese people have incorporated chocolate
Mhm.
into their New Year's celebration.
Cool.
But traditionally, I would say on top of the rice cakes
Mhm.
is this dish that kind of a centerpiece for their desserts, and it's called eight treasure rice. In Chinese, it's called
Ooh.
ba. Kind of like if one were to serve it, that's kind of the centerpiece.
Mhm.
And what it is just sticky rice along with eight different ingredients, and that's the eight treasure. You'll have the red dates, and that symbolizes prosperity. You've got the lotus seeds, and that actually symbolizes like harmony in marriage and then having a lot of sons. Because the seed word "zi" is also implies that you're going to have sons.
Oh, that's so cool. Also, like, what does a lotus seed taste like? I've never tried anything like that before.
I don't like it. When it's cooked poorly,
Mhm.
it's just like it's it's like a macadamia nut, but not as tasty. It's not fatty like a macadamia nut. It's kind of
Mhm.
round like a macadamia nut. It's how would I describe it? It's like
Is
any
it like a,
bean.
oh, is it like kind of mealy on the inside a little bit, or is it more
Can be.
like okay?
It's it's not very good. I don't know why they add
Mhm.
that, honestly. It doesn't add anything
Tradition at
in
this
my
point,
opinion.
probably.
It's
Because I
really
feel like
symbolic. I
I
feel
mean, I
like
feel
the
like that's
food.
yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's the reason behind a lot of dishes that are kind of hit or miss, and it's just, well, this doesn't taste that good. Why do we eat it? Tradition. Like matzah
Yep.
tastes like crap, but we still eat it every Passover, so it's tradition.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
And then the other things are just like, they do add red bean paste to this dish. So that, I guess, kind of saves the dish, in my opinion, because
Help
the other
soften the
ingredients they've
blow.
got. Yes,
Yes.
yes. They've got long yan, which is like this. I don't know if you've heard of lychee.
Oh, yes.
It's
It's so good. It's very like citrusy, I think, right?
it's I guess it's pretty fresh tasting. I think it's
Hmm.
just its own thing. I can't
Hmm.
figure out what other, but Longyan is a relative of lychee, and what they do is they often dry it and then put it in this dish. And
Mm.
I don't like it either.
Oh, no. It sounds like it's like almost like having raisins in your cookies a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, it
Mhm.
is. It is. It is. And then there's goji berries, which again, it's like a not sweet raisin that tastes kind
Mhm.
of interesting, I guess.
That's another thing I haven't tried. I saw it a lot when we lived in the Bay Area, but I
Hmm.
never got around to trying it.
You're not missing much.
Okay. Oh, gee.
Honestly, these are all symbolic ingredients that I find it doesn't add much. But then you've got like walnuts and peanuts, and then
Mhm.
like raisins or apricots. So
Ooh.
uh, various recipes will have basically eight of these ingredients to symbolize happiness, longevity, wealth,
Hmm.
all the things that you want your family to like have.
Yeah, that's very sweet. That sounds awesome. Like it's almost like you're putting the intentions into the food so that when you eat it, it kind of comes true a little bit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Ha
That's really
do,
cool.
does it? I feel like I haven't sold it. Does it sound in any way appetizing?
I mean, honestly, the idea of going to a Chinese New Year, meal, that it sounds wonderful to me. It sounds like there would be so many amazing flavors that I would love to try, and even like the lotus fruits and everything that might not be quite as flavorful. I feel like it would still be a fun experience to try it all and just to immerse myself in a holiday that I really don't know a whole lot about. I didn't grow up celebrating it. I didn't even
Mhm.
know what Chinese New Year really was until I was like maybe a teenager. I started watching
Mm.
Fruits Basket, which is ironic to me that my gateway to like a Chinese holiday was through a Japanese show.
Well, Chinese New Year, or like they call it Chinese New Year, but you could also call it Lunar New Year, and like a
Mhm.
lot of parts of Asia celebrate this
Okay.
New Year.
So it's not
Yeah.
so is it like it's not strictly, well, I guess it's Chinese New Year in China, but is it New Year for a lot of different,
Yes.
like Asian countries like Korea,
Yep.
Japan.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Like probably even like Thailand or Malaysia, Singapore, all these
Mhm.
countries, I think, have a tradition of celebrating Lunar New Year.
Okay. See, I'm
Um,
learning so much. I feel like this again, this is something that I don't know enough about, and I'm so glad that I get to learn about it. Thank you for teaching me.
yeah, you're welcome.
And there's
Yeah.
still more to learn. Like now I want to go and do like some deep dive research into what it like just, just the history of it and all the other traditions and everything. So this is stoking the fires of my curiosity.
Yeah, one of these years I have to have you over and just like do a real Chinese New Year for you.
Oh, that would be so much fun. Yes, we could do a culture swap. I could go to your place for the new year. You could come to my place for a Passover Seder slash
Yep.
Easter, whichever one comes
Yes.
first.
Yep, definitely. Oh, and one of the things with the that eight treasure rice that
Mhm.
you might find interesting is that the way it's created is they try to make a design with the eight treasures, the eight ingredients.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
so what they do is they grease a bowl
Mhm.
and they lay out a pretty pattern on the bottom of the bowl, and then they fill it with the rice, which is mixed with a, a fat, oftentimes as lard.
Mhm.
And they fill that bowl with the rice. They put the red bean paste, probably like almost like a layer between each like rice layer. Once that's completed in a bowl, they steam it.
Mhm.
And when the rice is fully cooked, they take it out and invert it onto a plate. And so you've
Oh
got the
my gosh.
pretty pattern.
That is so cool. I want to see a picture of this now. What was the name of it you said?
It's called Eight Treasure Rice for Chinese New Year. It's often served in Chinese New Year.
Eight treasure rice. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, that is pretty.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And like the pictures that I'm seeing have like all kinds of fruits around it and everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, can I come over to your place, please? We can make it together.
Yeah, yeah. And in this case, like you mentioned chocolate, like I
Mhm.
could see chocolate going in there.
Yeah, yeah, I could see like some dark chocolate, like some shaved dark chocolate, especially like on the
Yeah,
top. That yeah,
yeah,
I could absolutely see that going well with this.
yeah.
That's so good. So, all right. So, what are your plans for this year? Like, what are, are you going to make anything? Are you going to set any intentions for? I know we talked about a little bit about setting intentions for, January 1st and everything, but do you have any other thoughts on what you want to do for, the rest of this other new year?
The year of the horse.
Yes. Do you want anything to happen in the year of the horse?
I hope, well, I really want to find an agent for my book.
Yes, you are gonna do it. I feel like you got this, and whatever is gonna be on your table, it's going to signify, success in that endeavor.
I hope so. Maybe I should create that spread of ingots and spring rolls and longevity noodles.
There you go. Yeah, I think that that would be wonderful. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I think that you would be able to achieve that success through your intentions as you cook up whatever kind of feast you want to cook up for the new year.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for asking such good questions for Chinese New Year.
Yeah, thank you
Um,
so much for answering them. I feel like I said, I don't have much background or history with it, so like being able to, see the holiday through your eyes a little bit, it expanded my horizons, and I'm sure that it helped expand the horizons of our listeners as well. And it's always so cool to hear you talk about these dishes that you grew up with and that you enjoy and that are part of have been part of a yearly tradition for you for a while.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thanks for listening again to one of our episodes. We hope to join you next week again. Um, and I think our next episode, we're not sure yet, but it might be
We're going all
about
over the place. We don't know.
yeah.
But whatever we're doing next, we're sure you're gonna like it.
Yes, yes. I hope you'll find it entertaining.
Yes, yeah, and we're so glad that, like CJ was saying, we're so glad you could come and join us today, sit by the fireside, and have a nice one for you for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thanks for listening again to one of our episodes. We hope to join you next week again. And I think our next episode, we're not sure yet, but it might be
We're going all
about
over the place. We don't know.
yeah.
But whatever we're doing next, we're sure you're gonna like it.
Yes, yes. I hope you'll find it entertaining.
Yes, yeah, and we're so glad that, like CJ was saying, we're so glad you could come and join us today, sit by the fireside and have a nice chat. And, I guess we'll see you for the next one, whatever that one is.
Yeah. See you next time.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. We're so glad you stopped by. We can't wait to see you the next time we sit by the fire. See you next time.
Next time.